to the things that I was telling her in the previous round, I thought that was really surprising. It was really funny.
So, RX, you have arrived on the scene. You have made noise. You are one of like the top ladies that's doing it that everybody wants to see on different leagues. My question to you now is what have because now you've done two, I believe, King of the Dots. You battled Bonnie Godiva over there. You got her up out of there. You had a really good battle. And I'm gonna keep it real. As it stands right now, I got it. I got you edging it 2-1 just a bit. I got you edging the second, and I got you clearly winning the first, but that can go either way. So for right now, I got you 2
Right.
and 0 on pay per views. What have you learned from your first pay per view to the second one against my verse? Is it something that you took like I might need to add that next time I get on the big stage? Was there any tweaking in your approach or what?
Well, my approach for my verse, it was different for than what it was for Bonnie. Because with my verse, it's like she hasn't battled in so long and I don't know what she's gonna come back and do. I don't know, like her style is very different. I feel like Bonnie, she can translate on so many different platforms. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that's probably why she battles on, so many different platforms and people, they like her. So I think that with Bonnie, it was a different approach. It was just like, okay, I'm gonna just come and I'm gonna just do the normal RX thing, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that maybe I overthought my bars for my verse a little bit because I kind of was stuck between doing what I do normally and doing what she does, like matching what she does. Because it's like, okay, I know she's gonna come and she's gonna have all like the wordplay. She's gonna come and she's gonna have all like the content. Like, so I kind of wanted to have like a mix of everything. But I think that it was like my first round that I kind of struggled with that. And then one of my friends told me, Kid Clutch, he was like, "Don't go in there and try to out my verse. Like, don't go in
Mm.
there doing that. You have to go up in there and be you. Like, that's who people fuck with. They fuck with you." And I just was like, "Okay, cool." So that's on my second round. I just kind of focused more on like back to back punching and just, you know what I'm saying, like talking about like a bunch of different topics and stuff that like applies to her and attack her as a battler, as a person. So I feel like my second round, that round was a really good round in my eyes. I feel like people really fucked with it. Like a lot of that shit was true. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like me and her both doing ballet. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
People
that was
love
the
the ballet
haymaker.
scenes.
That was that haymaker.
Yeah, I
Ooh.
didn't expect that. I didn't expect people to, you know what I'm saying? I didn't expect that from everybody. So that was dope. And then just me talking about her like being on Wild 'N Out and all that right there, and like
Yeah.
the little jabs that I had, like the Puerto Rican lights out, like all that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's like the normal shit that I would do with anybody else. And in the third round, I kind of had more of like a cultural, spiritual type of angle,
Mm-hmm.
and I had like the punches and stuff, but yeah, it was different writing for her because I didn't know what she was gonna bring. I didn't know what she was gonna come with.
Now with that, you're known as a pin and as like you said a back to back puncher. That's your wheelhouse. All right, so are you trying to make concerted efforts to not be boxed into this that, or do you take because like somebody like JC, he doesn't mind if you could just call him a pin guy. He's cool with that. If Danny, he embraces being a pin person. Like how do you
Right.
balance that? Are you okay with just being noted as a pin person, or you want to try to be more like I know one of your favorite battlers is Hollow the Don, who's more
Oh, of
like
course.
more well rounded, and he's
Right,
you know what I'm
right, right.
saying.
He does everything.
Yeah, which one are
Yeah.
you leaning towards?
Well, I'm still pretty early in my battle rap career right now, so it's like I just kind of figure it out as I go along. I don't put too much thought into it. I just feel like I want to be known for my pen. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I do have a great pen, but I also want to kind of step outside the box sometimes. But
Mm.
also stepping outside the box, you know what I'm saying? It could go against you sometimes. So I think that it was when I was in a building for Born Legacy 8 when Av battled Ill Will, and Ill Will has said some shit like, and he performed it so well. He said something like, "All those punches you box yourself in."
Oh
Like
yeah, that was
that
cold.
was one of the things that he said, and I was just like, "Dang!" Like, do people feel that way about me? Like, am I boxing myself
You
in? Like,
start
oh my
reflecting.
god. Yeah, 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 exactly, right. I swear to God, I was just sitting there like, dang, I gotta do something different. Like, I gotta do something. But no, I feel like I used to scheme a lot. I used to do like a lot of schemes,
Hmm.
like with the punches, and then like I started doing a lot of 1 round battles, And I feel like with one round battles, you have to keep the crowd engaged. And I found that I can keep them engaged through the punches. So that's why that style got it just stuck with me. So,
Wow.
it just, you know what I'm saying? To me, it's just punch. Those are like easy things for me to do. So I feel like that's my strong suit. So it's just adapting. I definitely want to, keep that, but I want to like slowly incorporate other things from time to time, depending on the opponent. Because I feel like with some opponents, you have to kind of step outside of your normal little comfort zone, and add a little bit of pizzazz and jazz to your rounds than
Yeah,
just
no
punch,
pun.
punch, punch.
No pun with
Yeah.
the Jazz. But
Oh no, 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 not at all. I didn't even think about her when I said
no, no, I know. I
that.
do that in there. I'll be trying to instigate low key. But no,
uh,
I was just a fact. But no, I understand that completely. Like you want to dabble in like bringing different varieties, but you also don't want to take away from like what makes you you. So I definitely understand
right,
that.
exactly,
So
exactly.
with that being said, because you do bring up a good point, because a lot of people once they start getting those bigger names, they feel like they got to do more because some of the top tiers kind of do more. With that being
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
your next plate might be a big name. Like you never know. Like is there somebody in particular that you feel like you can get now that maybe let's say 5 or 6 months ago you probably thought maybe it might take me a couple more years, or like do you think you can get anybody a jazz a
Well,
official?
I know for sure I could get whoever I want to get. I mean, the people that I want to battle may not be the people that the fans want to see me battle. Because,
Mm,
I get tagged with different people a lot. But, like, I don't want to, speak too soon on this or anything like that because it's just, not in good taste. But there's two big names that I have on the table right now for early 2020. So it's
ooh,
like, okay, the ball's kind of in my court. Like, who do I want? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just kind of like pondering on that right now to see what approach I want to take for my next battle and who I want to battle next. But it's
wow.
two solid fucking names, two big names. Like, it's kind of on me. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. That's where I'm at right
I'm gonna
now.
figure out who those names is. I personally want to see you battle Tori though. Like I've ever
You
since
know
I
what? People be always telling me that they all. I don't know why. It's because we're both little. I
no, it's
don't
just like y'all skill for skill. I think y'all will push each other. Like y'all both are incredible writers, got really good wordplay, can punch. I don't know. I just think y'all can create something like what JC and excuse me, no, what Danny and Chess had, or something to that effect. I feel like it can be that good. Like it can be high level, no wasted bars. Because I like watching people who can write and can rap but don't reach for shit. And y'all don't be really
right,
reaching when y'all be spitting. So I think that'll be
right.
the one. That'll be the one. But I don't
Yeah,
know.
people. That battle has definitely been brought up to me plenty of times. Like, oh, I want to see you and Tori. You and Tori be a good match and stuff like that. But I didn't know if she was still active in battling or not. I did see her battle versus Cuban. I was happy to see her back because I used to always watch her battles back in the day.
Mm,
But it's like, I want to battle somebody that's consistently battling. That's just me personally. Like where I'm at right now. Like I want to battle somebody that's like consistently battling. Like battling my verse was like a dream battle of mine. So it was like, okay, that came across my table and I was like, yo, let's do this. And you know what I'm saying? It was a great battle. But like going forward, it's like, I want to battle somebody that who's consistent right now, who's actively battling.
I respect that. I mean, yeah, because I was just about to ask you. I'm glad you cleared that up because I was like, wait, you just battled my verse, but that was an exception to the rule
Oh yeah,
because.
that's a huge exception. Like I've as I was on Queens of Battle Rap and I was saying how like my verse and 40 bars to me and E Heart all three have like the best pens in battle rap in my opinion. They're excellent writers.
Damn,
Like they
wait.
have
In
different
battle rap,
styles in battle rap period. Yeah.
woo, she talking
Not just
spicy.
among the women. No, I mean among the women and the men. They have different styles, but nevertheless they have great pins and they have good content. Like 40, like you could tell they're very intelligent women. So I respect that about them. I like that about them because I feel like I should be held in that regard as well because my pen and my intelligence is where theirs is, in my opinion. So, that battle with my verse came up and I had to jump on it. And, whenever 40 bars and E Heart ready to come outside, I'm outside. Like, what's up? So,
That's why I
straight
love to
up.
hear that shit. I
Yeah.
love to hear that. Now, okay, so now that you established yourself as one of the marquee names in battle rap, do you feel pressure to battle a little more often? 'Cause I feel like you're going at a really perfect pace. Like you're battling enough, but you're not battling. I don't feel like I've seen too much of you. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
But at the
right.
same time, like you're active. You're like how many battles you've had this year? I want to say about four or five.
Yeah, I pretty much try to have 4 battles a year. So this year I have 4 battles. Last year I have 4 battles. I think that's enough for me because I honestly I have a life outside of battle rap. If I didn't have a job and no kids, I'll be able to battle more. But I'm really
Facts.
really busy outside of battle rap. I have a career. I have 2 children. I have like a family. I have other business endeavors that I'm embarking upon right now. I don't have time to just battle. Like I don't have time for that right now. So, uh, I gotta just go at my own pace. And I feel like that fits for me right now. Like 3 battles a year, 4 battles a year. I don't want to oversaturate myself and I don't want to I don't want to spread myself too thin.
Yeah, yeah, that's like a perfect pace. I always felt like if anybody was going to battle, especially if you're a big name, like you're becoming, like that's the perfect balance because like that gives you that gives you just enough time to write per battle, like a couple of months in between per battle. So that that
Right,
sounds about right.
exactly. Yeah.
Somebody said you better keep it real and say that she lost to verse. How do you call that battle? Honestly, you give it. I mean, obviously you think you won. Do you think it's your? Is it the first 2 rounds? 1, 2?
Yeah, I feel like I got the first round pretty clear. And
Yeah,
the
that was clear.
second round, I feel like my second round was fucking godly. Like I feel like I got the second
Talk.
round. I feel like I did, but to be honest with you, my third round was already fairly short compared
Mm,
to my first 2 rounds, and her third round was long, and I liked her content. I feel like even if I did finish out my third round, she probably still would have got that shit because my third round wasn't long. In retrospect, I only had like 8 more bars to get out, but she kind of threw me off because I had like the 1 bar at the Zulu or whatever I said. Oh yeah, to shock a bitch for saying that she's Zulu. And then she just like cut me off and was like, "Oh no, I'm not Zulu. I'm rock steady." Da da da. And I knew my next 2 bars. Whenever I'm rapping, I always know like my next 2 bars. That's just kind of how I process it in my mind.
mm-hmm.
So it's like that shit threw me off. And then I was just like, man, like let me try to run this shit back. But it was just, I don't know. It was like a vet move on her part. I'm not mad at her for it. I did talk to her afterwards about it, and I'm not mad at her for that. I should have been able to just keep my head in the game and keep my eye on the prize and just finish out strong. You
Yeah,
know, it's like, what I'm saying? Anything can happen in a battle. Anybody could say anything. Your opponent, the host, a crowd member, whoever. Anybody could say anything, and it's on you to stay on your square. And I didn't, so I didn't get the third round. So in the moment I was disappointed, but now it's like learning curves. Like that's never happened to me before, and I can guarantee you that shit will never happen again. I can guarantee you that.
yeah. That didn't seem like something I never even when I did my recap. I was like, I don't think that's something I have to worry about with you. I just felt like that was a rare moment. But yeah, I didn't think. Yeah, so for Braille 215 or 4, whatever your area code is, I'm not gonna tell her she lost because I already had her win. I thought she edged it 2-1. The first and the second. So sorry, buddy, champ. But yeah, back on. So you had another battle that dropped Saturday. And
Yes,
for people who
yes.
might not know, shed light on that. I know it was in Louisiana. It was against a guy, and I gotta ask because I remember chatting with you on Queens of Battle Rap. I don't know if you said this, so I want to ask you. I don't want to say you said. I'd rather ask you. Did you say you don't have no? I thought you said you don't have no interest in battling guys, or was it I don't have no interest in doing 2-on-2s? It was one of those.
It's honestly both. Okay, so the battle it was in Baton Rouge. It was on Blacksmith Battle League. I battled an up and comer down there named Shy DZ. He's a pretty good name down there. They like him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want to battle no dudes. Excuse me, sorry. And I didn't want to battle any guys. But this battle kind of came up, and I'm cool with like one of the league owners, and he had this idea of like men versus women and all this stuff, and it was like, okay, I guess I'll just go ahead on and just make this one exception and just do this fucking battle. So I
Mm.
did, like, you know what I'm saying? Which I have fun in the battle. I have fun in Louisiana. Like it was like a good experience. But I don't really see myself battling any more dudes after that. Like I don't care how cool I am with a league owner. The answer is no. Like
Really?
I just don't feel like I'm there right now. And then I felt the same way about 2-on-2s because I never felt like there's like a partner that I could have that would fit with me. Like you know what I'm saying? And I would tell people like, okay, like my verse and Misfit are two people that I think I would do good pairing up with because of our content and because of our chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
But now that content for my verse, chemistry and content for Misfit, 'cause I've kicked it with Misfit. I'm cool with her. She's like, she's a fucking legend. But now that I know my verse and like we kicked it like the whole weekend after our battle, we had like a photo shoot. The photos were fucking sexy as fuck. They're so nice. And then, we kind of already had that plan of like having like a 2-on-2 together. So we were just on the same frequency. We were on the same vibe about it. So now, you know what I'm saying? We're teaming up for a 2-on-2.
Really? So that's official.
Yeah. Oh
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
definitely.
Damn.
You said official because you want us to battle her and Jazz. Is that what this is about right now?
Damn, yo, I tried to sneak that past. Oh shit, yo, you on your toes even when you ain't battling. Wait, I ain't know you. Yeah, we ain't doing that.
It's just it's just natural built there,
Yeah, we ain't doing that. Like, let me get my bars off. Yeah, that can
yeah.
happen. So wait, do y'all got a name yet or no?
No, we were asking the fans for like to name us. Everybody just keeps saying like reverse. I don't. I like it, but it's too easy to flip. I don't. I
Oh
can't do
yeah,
that.
they'll flip that
It's too
nasty.
easy to flip, and it doesn't really represent us as a unit. If I want something that represents us as a unit. So you know what
Mm.
I'm saying. It's still on like the early stages right now, but no, like we with the smoke. Like we ready for a 2-on-2 battle. Like we just
Ooh.
going to start pushing for that.
Yeah. So real quick, I know this is the RX interview, but I would be remiss if I didn't ask you about how you felt about your breakthrough partner Saints performance versus B Magic. I know y'all are close. Y'all should support each other. They was in your corner along with shout out to Finesse. She showed me
Oh
love because
yeah,
I knew about West Coast Elite. Yeah, I know about y'all league.
that's right. That's right.
I love that league. My eyes are everywhere. I'm glued. So yeah, like you seen it up close and personal. His journey, him getting these
Oh
big looks,
yeah,
just like you on these platforms on King of the Dot. Like how proud of you
right.
of were you of him and his performance against a legend? Really, like B Magic is one of those
Yes, a
guys.
legend. B Magic is a legend. And he didn't get no sleepy ass B Magic. He got a solid ass B Magic, and that's what makes this shit so fucking great. So Saint, I've known Saint like for years now. He started out on LA Battlegrounds,
Mm-hmm.
and I used to host for LA Battlegrounds before I started battling. And he was just this young dude, and he just had so many bars, and he was just so confident, and he was always dope, but he wasn't polished back then because he only had like 2 or 3 battles. But I knew, like, dog, you finna be a fucking star. So we kind of, you know what I'm saying, took him in with us, like Crack City, Death Certificate. He from the squad.
Yeah,
And like he just, you know what I'm saying, he does his shit. You feel me? And he got up there and he had Great Fox last time, and then he 30'd that dude and just killed him, and I just knew like he needs a big name. So like probably like a few months ago we was at Clutch's 30th birthday party. He had a big ass party, a big ass surprise party. And that's when Saint told me like, hey, like guess who I got? And I'm like, who? And he's like, B Magic. And I fucking almost fell out of my chair like, dog, are you like, nah, Saint, like like this is the one.
that's a
And he
fact.
was just like, yeah, and I just knew he was gonna do his shit, but I didn't want to hear nothing before the battle. I just wanted to get out there and be surprised standing behind him. And the same with me. No, nobody from the squad heard my bars before the battle. I wanted them to be surprised in the building. So like their reaction was all like general, genuine reactions. But yeah, with Saint, I was just so proud of him. Like he's just the greatest. Like
That's
this dude
dope.
is a star. Like he has no limits like at all. Like he's gonna go straight to the top. And I have money on him versus anybody. I feel like he does a little bit of everything also. He's very eclectic, but he
Yeah,
just makes it look so good. Like and he's so young. It's like dang. But we always wanted to see him versus like Chess. I still want to see that battle.
Ooh,
Saint versus Chess. Set it up. I want to see that.
ooh, chess. Ooh,
Yeah.
that's yeah. Right now,
Chess.
yeah,
I think
right
that him
now
and
people are
JC
saying
would be
that.
dope. Yeah, I wanna see battles like that for Saint. Like I know he could he's up there with them type of names. Like he's a young dude and you know what I'm saying, y'all are just not getting familiar with him, but I've been familiar with him. Like
Yeah.
he here for the long haul.
Well, yeah, that's a fact. Look, I don't want to take up more of your time. I got one more question though. Thanksgiving is approaching. It's tomorrow. You are a family person, family oriented. You're a mother. Like, what are your plans? What do you do on a day such as Thanksgiving? And can you cook?
Well,
What's your
yes.
cooking skills like? I'm a big fella. I gotta ask that. What you on?
Oh, I can cook. Yeah, I'm always I've been having to cook food since I was a kid. But yes, I am a mother. I'm very family oriented, especially being you know what I'm saying, like Mexican, like my father is Mexican and family is very, very dear and near to everybody. Like we're very close. However, I am Native American as well. Like my family from Mexico is indigenous, so I
Mm-hmm.
don't celebrate Thanksgiving. I don't celebrate a lot of
Oh,
these
okay.
Europeanized holidays because they're fake and they're not real. And I'm not going to celebrate the massacre of millions of people that were killed on this very land that we live on. I can't be a part of that. So, you know, I call it Thanksgiving myself, and I don't celebrate it, and I don't do nothing involved with any of that kind of stuff. But don't get me wrong, I still see my family. I still see my family and stuff like that. My family is actually in Texas this year. My family is in San Antonio. That's where my other family is. But no, I don't celebrate. I haven't celebrated Thanksgiving. I haven't celebrated Christmas. I haven't celebrated Fourth of July or any of these
Damn.
holidays for like at least 10 years. Like probably
Damn.
even more than that.
Well, I'm not gonna end on that note. We're gonna end on a better note than that, cause I just was like,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I meant to. I didn't want to. Yeah, I didn't want to go there with you, but I gotta keep it
No,
real,
I
man.
respect
I
that.
don't. I don't. I don't. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't condone that. I don't like it.
Damn, I can't
But
even.
when people want to come together for family, I'm all for that. But we can come together for family any day of the week, any weekend, any time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
that's
just
real.
like this day is very disheartening for me, and I just don't feel right about it. I just don't.
No, I respect that. I respect that. Damn, I'm gonna eat some turkey tomorrow. I'm gonna be thinking about you. Like, damn, she ain't gonna fuck with me no more. Like, that's crazy.
But
I'm
I
a
don't get mad at nobody else on what they do. I'm only in charge of what I do, me and my children. Like, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? My children, I teach them the truth about these type of things. So yeah.
yeah. No, I respect that. So my next question is music. Like, are you an artist? Are you out here trying to make EPs, or you just focus on your craft and battle rap? Because I know a lot of people trying to dabble in both, and sometimes it can hinder your battling skills and shit like that. So what are you doing on the music side? I know I seen some of your freestyles on your channel.
Oh yeah, so before I did battle rap, you know, I was always an artist. I was always doing music and stuff, but I never was able to like do what I wanted to do with that because I started going to school when I was like 19, so I wasn't able to, you know, like put out as much music as I would have liked. So when I went to school, it kind of just took away all my time that I had to write and go to the studio and stuff like that. And then, you know, once my schooling was over, battle rap came up. So I never really had time. But
Mm,
actually, 2020, I have a lot of music that I'm working on right now for 2020 to start dropping some music. And I'm thinking about doing like an EP or something. So yeah, I have a lot of friends who are like you know, big time producers here in LA. They
hey,
produce for like the biggest names out here. So, you know what I'm saying? They want to work with me and they want to, you know what I'm saying? Like produce my songs and you know I know like engineers, I know all kind of people. So it's like utilizing like the resources around me to, you know what I'm saying? Like put some music out for the people cuz like when I have like certain bars, I would literally sum up a whole story into like 2 bars about like something like some topic or my life or whatever.
mm,
And people probably discount it as it just being a bar.
yeah,
But I
like it's
really write
filler or
about my
something.
life. I really write about things I go through. I really write about things that I encounter. Like my life is like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's it's very real outside of battle rap for me. So I wanna kinda like put all that into music and poetry, and put it out for the people to hear, so that way they can get to know me on a more interpersonal level. Because people always see me, oh, RX, whatever, but like they probably don't really know me. So if I put my music out for people, they'll know me on like a personal level rather than just watching my battles.
Got you. And like she said, so 2020, expect more than just battles from her. Yo, that'd be fly to hear you on that Ruin Your Day soundtrack if they got one coming out next
You know
year.
what?
That should be fly.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I want to be on there. It's like a dream of mine to like be on
Word?
like a Ruin Your Day volume. Hell yeah, to have like one of my songs on there. That would be so fucking dope. That's like one of my goals
Yeah.
for 2020. Actually, I don't usually give away my goals and stuff like that, but that's one of them.
Mmm.
I haven't even spoke to Avo about this yet. I just want to come to him with a song, like three songs, like pick one or two or all three. Like which one you want to put on? Like what's
Yeah,
up?
yo, shout out to Avo. He popped up in here
Yeah, shout out
chat
Avo.
yesterday, so he listened. He said he listened to the show, so he might hear this, and so
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And if not, I'll see him. I'm pretty sure I'll see him pretty soon. I'll probably
yeah,
see him the day that Danny battles Hollow, which is like a few weeks.
right.
So I'll probably holler at him up there or something. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Well, listen, this was I got all my questions off. I'm happy. Listen, I want to thank you so much for joining me for this interview. I'm sure I'm gonna reach out again. This won't be the last time I try to holler at you to come on the show. Your,
Of course.
seeing your development and your superstar ability to perform on big stages is really, really refreshing. And yeah, thank you, and just enjoy the rest of your night and check in for you again soon.
Absolutely. And thank you so much. I love coming on your platform or whenever I, have words with you,
Yeah.
and you always have some of the best questions. So shout out to you. I always appreciate it.
Humbly appreciate that. Thank you very much. All right. That was RX, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, I want to thank everybody shout out to the chat. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm going to close this out. As always, keep it battle rap. Hold on. Wait. Before I close it out, yo. Be sure to get 420 brand clothing, 420brandclothing.com. Make sure you get it. Make sure you cop it. Use promo code LEDGE, LEDGE. You get 10% off. You get 10% off. If you about that 420 life, it's some nice gear, some really fine gear. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, shout out to the RX for joining me. Got some more content coming along the way after Thanksgiving. She not celebrating it, but my big ass celebrating it. I'm gonna get down. I had to wait till she left. I'm celebrating it, so I won't be like recording anything. I'll be in tune. I'm pretty sure URL or somebody's gonna drop something real sneaky, a trailer or something tomorrow probably. I'm gonna be in tune with that. But as far as like recording or dropping something tomorrow, ain't gonna happen. That's why it was important for me to do this live. Also, I work tomorrow, so that's a dub. But yeah, man. Thank everybody for tuning in, man. It was a really quick get it in, get it out, pause type of conversation. And no, I appreciated her because I know she got a lot of stuff to do. And yeah, it was really good chatting it up with her. And yeah, man, that's about it. I don't know what else to say, but I appreciate all the support, man. I talked to a lot of people today, and it was dope, man. It was dope. So yeah, happy Thanksgiving to everybody that do celebrate it, and enjoy your family. But she was right though. When you come together as family, it shouldn't be just for these type of moments. Y'all should try to talk to your loved ones as much as possible. I know I attend to. So yeah, man, that's it. And as always, keep it battle rap. Love.